We have our wheat, and it's time to make the bread. We were gonna do it inside, but we thought it was such a beautiful day out, we might as well come out in the backyard and make it. So the first step is to grind up the wheat, and I think we have the grinder around here somewhere. We have a really nice electric grinder. Back in the day, growing up in the tribe, we grind a lot of wheat, but we just do it by hand, manually. So this is gonna hopefully be a lot easier.
It's the sound of freedom. We always have these giant jets flying over because the Air Force Base is so close. This wheat hasn't been opened in forever, but because it's so well sealed, I think it should be pretty much perfect inside. Well kept.
I can get the lid open. There we go. Alrighty. That is beautiful.
Looks nice.
It looks totally untouched. It looks like it was just put in here yesterday. That is pretty impressive.
Wheat berries like this look so much different from the ground wheat and store-bought bags. They're just like little seeds. But we'll get this inside, get it ground up, and then start the bread making process.
So this is our grinder right here. It's pretty nifty. What you do is you just pour the wheat inside this funnel, and it goes down, and then this big container is what the flour gets poured into. You better plug your ears. I think it's gonna be pretty loud. Let's start opening a little bit. I wasn't ready. The actual machine kind of jumped a little when I turned it on. I didn't think it was gonna do that. So this is take 2. I'm gonna hold on to it this time so nothing happens. Here we go. Sounds like a helicopter just shut off. The engine. And that thing's pretty powerful. Alright. Once this totally shuts off, I'll open up the lid and we can see what's inside. Good grief, that really popped in there. There we go, okay. Now I'm gonna pop open the lid. Alright, so there you have it. That is flour. It's healthy for you too. This is healthier than just white flour. So, it should be really good. Alright, it's time to start cooking.
This recipe calls for 1 cup of just regular white flour. The ground wheat berry is pretty thick. It makes a dense loaf. So you need a little bit of just regular flour, and I think we have just enough. Now we just have to wait a couple minutes for them to bake. Here's our timer, and now we just have to wait for the bread to cook. It's in the oven at the moment. I'm excited. It already starts to smell nice as soon as it starts heating up in the oven. I hope it's enough to pay for a haircut. Mom always gives us haircuts for free, but it's nice if we can do a little something in return. Now that all the barber shops are closed for the moment, so we're kind of in need of some haircuts.
Yeah. Fresh bread, I have to admit, does smell really good. It brings back a lot of memories, because back in the tribe, we'd have a lot of fresh wheat bread. Mom would bake it all the time. We had a really good old wood stove that would fit a lot of different types of pies and breads and all sorts of stuff, so that was really good. That is one thing though I miss a little bit, is all the different foods that we grew up eating back in the tribe. There's a lot of them. And Papua is an amazing place for growing stuff. There are some amazing fruits and vegetables, some kind of random ones that you never hear about but are really good. So growing up, we got a chance to eat a lot of different types of foods like that you wouldn't have back here. So I'm already starting to miss that. We've only been back in the States for a couple months. That's already something I'm kind of missing. But
there's fruit like apples that we can't get over in Papua. So this has been really a treat. Having like strawberries and blueberries and apples. You can't get these in the tropics.
It is amazing though how many different types of foods there are. If you think back to creation when God made them all, I mean, He didn't really make them for Himself, because God is, you know, He doesn't need anything. He's all powerful, so He doesn't need food. He doesn't need any kind of sustaining nutrients or anything. But He made them for us and to enjoy it really. So if you think back to the garden, everything was perfect, and He made all this different types of food for us and the animals. So it really is cool, because He could have given us just one type of food. I mean, He could have made like a all-in-one kind of package that we could eat or something, but He made all this different variety, and it's because He loves us, and that's something that I think we take for granted a lot of the time. There's just a little green anole. Those guys are everywhere, all over the yard. They're one of my favorite lizards though, because they have this really cool net thing that puffs out. It's all red and stuff when they get upset. And then also they're green part of the time, like their name implies, but then they're also brown. They can change colors a little bit. And so you'll find them all over the place. But it's amazing because they look like something you'd buy at a pet store. I think a lot of pet stores actually have them, but here in Florida they're just running around wild. So it's like, it's a big plus to Florida, green anoles. Come on, baby.
Couple more seconds. Right on time.
Alright, let's go check on the bread.
The boys finished baking this whole wheat bread, and I am eager to slice off a piece and maybe slap some peanut butter and jelly on it and give it a taste test. I love whole wheat bread, and I'm so glad we got this wheat out of storage, because honestly, there's nothing like homemade bread, especially wheat bread, and this just looks beautiful. It reminds me of growing up and eating my mom's homemade bread, and man, the texture of this feels so good. There's an old saying, it goes, the whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. And basically it just means that the darker, the more wheat you have in your bread, the more healthy it is. So we love this kind of bread. Much better than anything you get off the store shelf. All right, it's the moment of truth. Here we go. One slice of whole wheat bread. Wow, so good, so good. Hands down, they did an amazing job, guys. This is awesome. That was really good for a 20-year plus old wheat in our storage unit. Love it. You know, it took a lot of work to get to this moment, but for what it's worth, that's real bread right there. That tastes amazing, and it was well worth all the effort. It's the best 20-year-old wheat bread I've ever had, and this is gonna keep us going in these days of quarantine. Love it, so good.
Thanks for watching The Wild Way, and double thanks if you've already liked or subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you want to get more involved with us, visit our Patreon website. Hit the link below to learn how you can become a member of our Patreon team and partner with us. Also, you'll get awesome benefits like exclusive vlog videos, like Wild Brothers merchandise, and a lot more.